Hello everyone, it's me again. Yeah, the crazy girl. Anyways, today will be a little different. Mm-hmm. We will be interviewing my auntie, Miss Loy Peterson.
Yes, thank you
Yeah,
for
she's
having me.
she's an actress and a psychiatrist. Yeah, that's the reason why she's here because you guys have been asking me a lot of questions about relationships, right? So we will be elaborating on 5 points today. So I hope you guys will learn something from this to make your relationship a little better. Okay? Anyways, Auntie,
Yes,
British
I
accent.
remember.
How do we keep our relationship together?
Okay, as we stated, there are 5 points there. Everybody considered to be the major thing in a relationship, keeping it
Mm-hmm.
together. We have communication is the root or the foundation. Then we have friendship. That is very, very important. Knowing each other and being friends, and then you have avoiding negative criticism against each other.
Mm-hmm.
You have commitment, and finally, last but not least, you have acceptance of each other.
Okay. Why do you consider communication to be the foundation of a relationship?
Okay, without communication in any relationship at all, that's the only way you can know what is happening on both parties. You know, how you relate to each other. For example, you're there, and if you don't know what's going on with your partner, you need to talk to your partner, question. You need to build a communication. What should I say? Standard. You
Mm-hmm.
know, for example, sometimes you have your spouse tend to want to talk down to the person. You don't talk down, you talk with the individual.
That's so
You
true.
know, you have to know, you have to communicate, you have to know all of that.
Oh, well said. Anyways, why is friendship so important in a relationship?
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Okay, let me see. In a simple term, friendship is very valuable. Friendship has to do with trust. That is very important. To have a trust, you have to trust each other, and confide in each other,
Mm-hmm.
So when a man and a woman in their relationship they become friends, that in the sense they know each other, it's as if they lapse and become one. I know you, you know me, you know my likes, you know my dislikes,
That's
you
so
know.
true.
You know the things I will do before I even do it. The things I will say before I even say it. So therefore, there is no, what should I say? You wouldn't build any blocks there because you know each other, you know everything about each other. So it's a friendship that you develop. So whenever problems or things negative come arise, you know how to deal with it. You're not going to turn away from the problem and and say you come back at it later because you know how to relate. So
Yeah,
it's very
because there's
good.
communication
Right.
there.
So it's good for you to be friends. That's the root too. Along with communication, they go together.
Mm-hmm.
So because if you leave, the problem will still be there. So you know how to deal with it.
I like that. But the thing I'm wondering, how can we avoid negative criticism?
Criticism.
Mm-hmm.
It's whoa, that's ticklish. That's very hard too, because there are times when your partner will say things and do things, especially in public. You know, I mean, it's a Jamaican thing. Sometimes you're there and the man will tell you, "Hey, girl, hear me I talk to you." You
That's so
know,
true. Yeah.
and because he's like the gangster type, he doesn't feel your emotions that you're being hurt. And maybe you don't know how to relate to him and say,
And then it all goes back to the friendship they need.
yes, yes. So he will know what to say. So what you ought to do now, when you're behind a closed door or when you're together alone, you say, listen, baby, I didn't like the way you stand me, I'm not really go for that. You have to know how to talk to me. So if you have your good communication with your friends, he won't be offended.
But wait, what if you say all of that, right?
Yeah.
And he responds negatively, then what should the she do?
No, no. If you want this relationship to work, if you love each other, you will avoid using a negativity to break down another negative point. So what you're going to do, you're going to say something positive. So, okay, listen, if we're going to deal with this, there's no need for us to argue. If you see he's going to argue, avoid it. Say, okay, baby, forget it. We'll talk about it another time. Now, how you deal with this now?
Mm-hmm.
Say, for example, you're in bed, and you're there snuggling and you're there, well, set and feeling good and everything. Then that's the time you're going to sneak it in. You're rubbing across his chest and you're going to say, baby, you remember what we were talking about? And
That's one determined woman.
yeah, no, but you see, you have to get rid of it because at the end of the day, you're going to go out again and he's going to do it again.
That's so true.
And if you do it again, you're going to act. And then that relationship is going to break apart. So you have to find ways in which you have to deal with the situation. If you see just sitting and talking to him not going to work, you have to use something else, other strategy. So, as I say, avoiding negative criticism. You do the good thing. You might say, but I alone can't do the good. He has to do the good too. What about him? It's a two party thing. But he or she is going to go back and wonder, say, no man, or he or she's not real. I mean, I say this, and instead he do this. No, you continue to do the good. Let us see that you want this relationship. I want you better. We want this thing to work. And then that person might make a turn. But if you're going to wrestle negativity with negativity, then that relationship is going to fall apart. You're going to go your way. Sometimes children are involved, and then that child will suffer the consequence, and come up doing the same thing. So these are the things you have to avoid the negative criticism. Sometimes, or most of the times.
Okay. That really touched me.
Oh, no.
yeah, it did.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Anyways, commitment to each other. Wow. How do we handle?
A commitment.
Yeah.
Okay. We go back down to the roots again. You're my friend.
It's like a cycle.
Yes. You're my friend. I know you. I know the depth of the love you have for me and the depth that I have for you. Although we go through our period of times, I know she when she cooks, sometimes it don't taste so good. But at the end of the day, when I'm down, she's there for me. I can commit myself to this woman because I know further along the line she might gradually know how to cook. But the most important thing, when I'm going through my difficult time, he or she is there. So I'm going to commit myself. She knows.
So you're going to accept her for
yes,
who? Yeah.
Go right. So I'm going to, there are times when, there's somebody else out there, you look at Mary. Mary had nice boobs and shape so good. But when you start to interact with that individual, then you compare with the one at home and say, no man, there are certain qualities that she has, so I commit myself to her.